because let's take a minute to talk about mirrors. Now, if you haven't noticed, this video is being filmed a little bit weirdly. I apologize if it looks slightly strange, but I really wanted to illustrate the idea of the mirror. And every single thing that I am doing in this video is being reflected in a mirror and then to my mirrorless camera. The reason that I bring this up is a concept from reality transurfing that is so fundamentally important to our existence here that I had to talk about it in a unique way. And that is, how do you change the image in a mirror? Now, Buddhas, before we get into that topic, I've got a playlist down below in the video description with over 150 Buddha Billionaire videos that you can binge watch to help accelerate your spiritual awakening. While you're down there, you can also hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the bell notification so that we get these videos out into the algorithm so that as many Buddhas as possible can see them. If you've done all that, we can now talk about the mirror. And as you can see, everything that I'm doing and moving and acting out is being reflected in the mirror practically immediately, if not completely immediately. There's such a small variance in time for the light photons, really, that it is inconceivable to us as humans. And if I wanted to change what you are seeing right now, that image, I could sit here and I could concentrate and I could be real stern with it and say, okay, change. But the mirror is never going to do anything because it's an inert piece of glass with some fancy paint on the back of it. If I want to change what the mirror is doing, action-wise, I have to change. The mirror is simply reflecting what I am giving to it. And the reason that this is so fundamentally important is because we forget very often how incredible it is to see our own reflections. How absolutely magical it is that I can look into this object and actually see myself. This is really a manifestation, an analogy in real life of how the world around us works. The world is a multi-dimensional mirror. Every single thing that you are seeing is reflecting light. So when the light comes out of the sun or the light bulb, it is reflecting off the object and then going into your eyes. That is how you are seeing it. There is no other way that you would be able to see, and I'm talking specifically about sight here, to be able to see anything that's going on if you couldn't have a reflection of it. Because of this, we have to remember that what we're seeing is not truly the reality, but a reflection back of how we feel or see ourselves. And I realize that this can sound or feel somewhat abstract, and that's why, again, I'm trying to use a bit of a mirror trick here to film the video, because if you remember at the beginning, if I sit here and stare at the mirror, hoping that it's going to change, it's not going to do anything. I can visualize, I can sit down, I can meditate all damn day, and nothing in the mirror is going to change. Except for if I make the conscious decision to change me. And that doesn't mean totally drastically and utterly change my personality or anything about me. Au contraire. It's more so about changing my perception and changing the way that I see what I'm reflecting. If I look at this mirror and I say, damn, that's an ugly dude there, then I'm really just hurting myself because the mirror is a reflection of me and it doesn't give a crap what I think about it. But if I look at that guy and say, damn, he's a good-looking dude over there, then I'm imposing my own opinion on the same reflection. And this is so easy to forget because it's so easy to do. And those two things often go hand in hand. So ultimately, all we have to remember to do is to acknowledge and love and appreciate the vision, the seeing, the reflection, the mirror aspect that we're getting in reality. And if we continue to do that and make that our set point, make that our how we act all the time, then inevitably we are going to start to see more and more things that align with what we want. And if we remember that the most important thing is to love yourself, which we know from all of the videos that you have ever binge watched from my playlist, which is down below, then you know that the more that you love yourself, the better the reflection starts to be in the actual mirror. And Buddhas, when you start to see what you want to see in the real world, in those slow increments or fast increments, it doesn't really matter, but when you start to see that change, and that reflection starts to look a little bit happier every day, and the attitude of the world starts to be a little bit more positive to you every day, then you know at the core, fundamental of your being, it's not faith, it's not trust, it's not belief, it's just knowledge. You know that this is working, you know that you are having an effect on your outside reality because it's a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And Buddhas, the only thing you have to remember to do that successfully is to love yourself. Base here.